You are live, Liz.
Are we live? We are
You
live.
are live, yes.
We are live with more technical complaints. Instead of the Liza Jane Designs live video, it should be headed the Liza Jane Technical Complaints Hour. This is my new web camera. See the red light? Not working. So once again, we're going to be working from the laptop. So this is my friend Jill. And the very, 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 very exciting news from today is that the sisters just announced and did the release for the winter products. If you haven't seen them, show them all and just give us start on things you can do. Check out IOD on YouTube. There's like a 36-minute video on YouTube where Sally and Josie show every single design, the new stamps. So we have the angels, the cozy, the plaid, the transfers with birds and greenery and red trucks. Gotta love a red truck. And this gorgeous paint inlay. So I just got my product in a couple of days ago. I haven't had the chance to play with any of it yet. So Jill, this is my buddy and my partner, Jill. See, Jill, hi, Jill.
Hi. Good
We
morning.
are cracking out this mold. This one is called Baubles. And we're going to use a couple of different media in this. We're going to use resin and try to demo when Josie talked about doing resin and doing a two-sided and dropping
You want to show these too? We have
Sure.
those hidden. Some molds, other molds.
other molds, right? What's this one? Holly Lane, which is pine cones and holly. Josie talked about doing like a faux mercury glass pine cone. I'll be trying those. For people who
Snowflakes.
didn't get the snowflakes mold, here's an option for you guys, right? This gorgeous, gorgeous new snowflake mold. If you have the snowflake mold, you can add this one to your collection and you'll have just that much more. And if you don't, this is your opportunity to put your hands on a snowflake mold. And then the animals. Yeah, the reindeer. What's this one called? Jingle. So there's bells, there's reindeer, lots of fun stuff. But we decided
To do the orange.
we're going to do baubles. We have one camera working. I'm going to come on down and try to show the project. There we go. The project and not us. A little bit of finagling here. No, let's go out here. Yeah, we'll go out here. All right. So I'm going to start with resin. Do you have the box, Jill?
Yes.
So we are using amazing casting resin. There it is, purple box. It turns white and cures in 10 minutes. So I'm going to pour out some resin. I've got these great cups that have gradations on them, so we get just the right amount of part A and part B. We have more people coming in. Are you here for the IOD or release? Woo! It's Sue and Mary here for their products, I think.
Well, we're going to go.
You want to say hi on? All right, you want to say hi on the IOD page? Sure, you do. So,
Hi.
Sue.
Hi, there's
Mary,
Mary.
hello.
So excited. Today's the big day.
Okay, we're back to this.
We'll be back.
You might want to pull this up on your phone while you're having lunch. You
We
can
will.
watch Jill and I playing with the new molds. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So, we love our IOD. Sue and Mary are a couple of my bestest customers. We're going to do this one. Yeah, let's do this one with the resin.
Okay.
So 2-part resin. I have here part A. I'm going to pour part A into the cup just up to the line. And I know this isn't the best view. Sorry, you guys, but
Read the package.
we have to work with what we've got. And today, what we've got is a laptop camera, not anything else fancy. So I put in part A up to the right line. Now I'm going to put in part B.
Does it tell you the lines?
Yep, there's lines right on here.
Okay.
It's very important to get them right. I might have a little too much of that in here. I'm going to pour a little out. There, now it's right on the line. I'm opening this guy, and this stuff sets up so quickly. Let's just do that. There we go. So this goes to line number 2. There's that. Here is,
Put your cover on.
it's already starting to cloud up a little bit. Could you read the box for me and say it's 2 to 3 minutes?
1 to 1. Work time 2 to 3 minutes. Demold time 5 to 15 minutes.
All right, so I'm going to start. This is what we do, right? We go around, we make little curly cues and figure 8s to make sure we're getting all that stuff. But I don't think you want to watch me stir this up for all that time. So Jill is going to start molding her choice of ornaments. So we've got cornstarch. We have brushes to put the cornstarch. This is like when you're baking a cake, Jill. You just sort of like you're flouring the bottom.
Air dry clay, then, right?
This is for the air dry clay.
So we're doing one with the resin and then the
Oops.
rest with air
Yes, right.
dry. Right, because you're doing this one.
Yep, we'll leave the.
And you don't prep with the resin.
Nope,
You
for
don't prep the
resin, we do not need cornstarch. We don't want cornstarch. We just want the resin. It's starting to get hot. Chemical reaction happening here. I'm going to keep stirring. We want to make sure the 2 parts are combined beautifully. Anyone out there who says, oh, I'm a little nervous about resin, don't be. Just jump in and do it. You're going to see how easy this is.
Is it toxic if you touch it, Liz? Resin?
You don't want to. It's hot. Yeah, you don't want to touch it. You probably should wear gloves. I mean, I'm not planning to touch this, so I don't have my gloves on.
I'm the cautious one of the group.
Yeah, I'm the throw caution to the wind, so we're a good pair.
We are.
She settles me down. I don't really pump her up. She doesn't need pumping up. She's
Oh, yes.
all right.
you
I
inspire
think
me
it is
creatively,
good,
Liz.
and I'm going to pour it because it's hot. Can we see? Maybe move that
Right.
cornstarch so we get a better look at this. Here we go. I'm going to pour this into. It's already starting to get thick. I don't want it to go over the edge if I can help it, but we got to get it in there quickly.
More. Why don't you do that much?
Yep, I will do this skinnier
There you go.
one. Oh, it's already setting up. See that? You got to work fast. Let's see if we can get it out of here.
Just need like a
I don't
tool
think
like
we
this.
can. I think we're going to, this part is just going to be waste.
Okay.
So don't do that. Measure just what you need. You see how quickly that sets up.
And we don't have a completely flat surface either, so it's
Yep.
getting thicker in one part than the other.
So we're going to continue with the clay.
All right.
So while this is setting up, Jill is going to
Where is the air dry
keep
clay?
doing the clay. We have the IOD air dry clay, brand new package. I'm going to slice that open. Jill, have you worked with the clay before?
I have one a couple of times with you.
Okay. So we know what to do, and we know how awesome and soft and pliable this clay is. So here's a chunk for you, and I'm just going to get some of this kneaded up for you.
Okay, so what are your recommendations to go on this narrow piece? That looks more challenging.
Well, None of it's challenging. If you get it worked up and squishy, here, we just push it in. Now this does not set up super quickly, but we can demold it right away. So we're going to, Jill's doing a barn board piece with several of these ornaments attached. We're going to paint them up somehow. And yeah, that's it. So you want to make use of that micro rim.
And pull it out, right?
Yep.
I like that. Am I doing that right?
You're doing it just fine. So you just squish it in. I usually use my thumb because I think my thumb is stronger than some of my other. And see how I wipe that and you get the micro rim showing? That's what we want, is a nice clear form like that. So you're getting it. So we're still here. Jill, what do you think of this clay? It's nice and
I
soft,
love this
right?
clay. It's kind of therapeutic. It reminds me of playing with Play-Doh when I was a kid.
Doesn't have that salty smell, and
No, it doesn't have that salty smell, but
it's still super nice, and
something you can just.
It picks up the details so well. So I'm just getting in here to try to help a little. You want all of these for your board?
I like the narrow ones because my board is long and narrow. So I'm thinking the skinny ones. Maybe this one over here that we have the resin that got hard too quick too.
All right. Well, I'm going to start mixing up while you put clay in that one. I think that looks great.
Does that look okay?
Yep. I mean, you want to just make sure it's even.
Okay.
So I'm kind of doing this because when you put it on your board, you want a nice flat. I'm kind of pulling a little bit out.
Okay.
You don't want it raised up.
So you're better to go.
You don't want it raised up here
versus raised up.
Yeah, so that when you glue it down, it's going to. You're not going to have a concave. It'll lay
this one. Should I pull that
nice and flat.
resin out first, I suppose.
There, we've got that. So I'm going to see. I think we can almost demold this. So it's getting ready. I'm going to mix up another smaller batch of resin, so it's just that size. This is like Bonomo Turkish taffy here. I think I just have to consider that to be waste. Here's what I'm going to do. We'll get another cup. Here's some more clay for you, Jill.
All right, I got to get some cornstarch in there. Oh, well, I can do this one here.
I think this was part A that I had a little too much of, so I'm going to start with that, part A. Can you guys see? I don't know if you can see. Here is the resin cup. I'm so sorry that we're using this laptop camera and our angles are not great. If anyone has questions, we'll probably have to catch them on the replay. And I think I just poured the same amount, so I'm going to have excess. But maybe I'll pour it in there, Jill, and you could use a resin one on your thing too.
I could.
Let's do that because I think I'm going to have extra.
Larger one too.
I don't know if there'll be enough for that.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this one and this one.
Okay.
But where's my stick? Things just walk away here. Here's the stick.
Oh, here's the
So
stick.
Jill's working away, pushing in her clay, and I again am
some resin.
Doing some resin here. Let's see if we can see any comments. I'm not seeing where comments come up, you guys. So hopefully you can see us. I'm doing the resin mix again, equal parts A and B. It says mix it for a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna, when it feels hot, I'm gonna just mix it a tiny bit more and start pouring because I don't want it to just set up so quickly as it did last time. This stuff, this is what happens. It's not the end of the world. You waste a little bit, maybe if you don't get your amounts. The IOD molds, if I took the time, there are indicators on the molds right here next to each mold. It tells you really how much material you need to fill the space. So,
the volume of the mold.
Jill, I have some gold string. Ah, it's
Oh, right
beautiful
here.
gold metallic.
Right
Would
here.
you cut a piece of that? Find those scissors again. We're going to cut that to lay right in so this one sets up.
There's scissors over there.
I don't see, but there are some on the table over there. I got to pour this now, so we're going to need that real quick.
Okay.
This is the thing with working with resin is you got to be fast.
Which table? Oh, here. Got it.
Okay, so
Find the
Jill
end of the
has
string.
that.
Jill can't
I'm
find the
hoping
end of
you
the
can
string.
see this. I'm pouring into the mold we did previously, and
How long of a piece do you want? I'm not sure what you're doing.
I'm going to make this like a hanger, like a hanging
Okay,
ornament.
Like this.
Okay, so we've got that.
There you go.
All right, and
Is that too
Yeah.
short, or do you want it longer?
so here I am. Here, this one is. Does that look gorgeous? Does that look gorgeous? Look at the detail there. Right? Okay, love that. So this is already starting to turn white before it gets hard.
I'm not sure how long you want these strings.
I only need the one for right now. I'm going to lay that in there and this right on top.
Oh, fun.
And so now these are going to stick together. As the resin hardens, we're going to have a 3D ornament with a string to hang it. So I got that in there. You see it's still squishy, so that's good. Squishy, still kind of liquid. So that means when it hardens up, it's gonna just make it one. So we're gonna have a 3-dimensional ornament right there with a gold string hanger. I can do the same thing with this later. But now we're ready to demold our clay, right? I don't know. I feel like I'm on a used car commercial. I'm going so fast here. This
That's beautiful.
is
All the detail.
so. Here you go, Jill. I'm
All right.
gonna demold them and hand them to Jill so she can place them how she likes on her piece of barn board over here. So here's what we've got, right? You want to get your board in the camera. How are we going to do it? There. So I will take the molds out and hand them to you. You want to tell people your plan for this?
So my husband was working on a humidor for his guitars. But anyways, he had all this extra barn board laying outside our garage. So I thought that would be perfect for this project. And I am going to, you can't see it, well, maybe you can see it this way. So I'm going to put the ornaments on, and then I'm going to paint in some fancy, I don't know, it's going to be shimmery strings. And I haven't decided. I thought I was going to paint the ornaments, but I kind of like the white on the red board.
Yeah.
So I might just keep them white. I don't, unless Liz has a better idea.
Well, I'm going to say it's your project, so you should do what you want. But I'm also going to say the incredible detail in these molds will show up better. So a thing to do, look at this gorgeous one. So what we are going to do right now, while these are still soft, I'm going to have Jill take a very soft paintbrush. This one's very soft, I think. Yeah. And you're going to use some like a varnish or sealer. While this is soft, you could paint them, but I find I don't want to apply paint to such porous material, or succus, as my little son would say. We want to seal them up so that later when we apply color to them, we can manipulate the color. It won't all just soak right in, and it'll be easier to get the colors that we want. So I'm suggesting you like the white. I also love the white, but a way to do that and keep all the detail and character will be that we seal these up with a clear coat.
Okay.
Guess you could spray them if you had a spray. I have a jar that I can't open. You want to try to get that one open? So we'll do the clear coat, and then I would say,
do we have a hammer?
Paint them maybe carbon or some kind of a gray color, and then paint over that with the white so that you can scuff it back, and you really will bring out the highlights of those colors. So you get the effect of the white or something shimmery. But I also like white, but I think you want to do something extra to bring out all that awesome detail. So, all right. Well, you keep talking to people about what you're doing and your plan. I'll go run it under hot water.
All right. So we got our board. Anyone have better suggestions for me? Let me know. I'm going to do what Liz said. I'm going to paint them with a like a glaze, and then I'm going to highlight the all the detail, because they have a lot of pretty detail. These pretty ornaments are awesome as far as the detail in there. They all go. The nice thing about these molds too is that if they fall apart and when you glue them on, you just glue them together and you don't even notice anything. Although they don't fall apart very easy, but if they do, when you have a mistake like I did. Liz is trying to open our clear coat. She's running it under hot water.
We're still doing a lot.
80 degrees here, maybe 75 in Minnesota, and we're making Christmas stuff.
Yes. Well, you got to start early.
Start early.
All right. So we have and I'll do this first one just because I finally got this open. Maybe we should do them on the table.
Oh, so it's up.
So it doesn't get on your board.
All right.
So we'll do it on there because the clear coat would leave a different kind of
Finish on my
finish.
board.
Yeah. So you just want to be gentle because the clay is still soft. So that's it. You're sealing this so it will dry as the clay sets up.
Do you always seal your?
I always seal my clay before I paint.
When it's wet? When the clay is.
It's not
set.
critical to do it when it's wet, but it saves time because you can do it when it's wet, and then when
you're ready to paint, you have one less step.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
And you just want to be gentle. If we let them set up first, we would not have to be quite so delicate with it. We could paint them on, but
and we'd have to be patient.
Yep, patient. I like it because it forces me to slow down a little bit, and I don't have to be so frantic all the time. We have a new friend who's arrived. IOD release day brings out all the fun, people. This is the new release. Still hot. I want to show you. Here we have this guy. Jill, can I steal away here a minute? I am going to need to trim up. Do we have our scissors handy? It's best to do the trimming on resin while it's still, see here, it's still a little bit malleable. When I smushed the two pieces together, so we cast the one side, we let that get hard. Remember, I poured the liquid resin into the other, pushed it down. So I got some smushage.
Smushage.
Smushage. Say that. Got some smushing going on there. Smushage. It's like silage, but it's smush. So I'll probably clean that off with an X-Acto knife a little bit better too. But this is the time to do it. Otherwise, in a little while, that will be hard as diamonds almost. Hard as glass. It'll be much more difficult to trim when it cures. Right now it's hardened, but it hasn't cured. And yeah, there it is. So because we used resin here, we can just start right into the fun colorizing part with this one. It's got a nice sturdy hanger because it's enclosed in there where the resin hardened up. This is just a fun way to make some ornaments that would go with any color theme you're coming up with this year for Christmas, right? So there's the resin. Did you take this one out? Thank you very much. Our friend Jennifer, who just joined us, demolded this gorgeous one. And I think I'm going to do the same thing here. And actually, Jill was going to use this on her design. So I'm going to trim this up for Jill. Jill, you ready to start laying these out where you want them? Yes. Okay, we're coming back down. Going to find that gorgeous red board again. And see if we can line it up for the camera.
All right. Well, they're kind of okay. Any trick here?
So we have that going on and that. Jennifer, this is Jill.
Hey, Jill.
Hi.
I didn't know you had other friends.
I do have. I have quite a few other friends. I know. Well, you are special. So there's that one. Just to see the difference. I mean,
resin, and you don't have to paint the resin, right?
You don't have to seal it.
Or seal it. That's what I meant.
So that's already.
Let me see. Yep. I don't know. Give me some suggestions here. Any suggestions?
Well, my suggestion is to take your time and decide what else. If you want to put words, if you want to just have an assortment of the images. Jennifer is very, very good at
arranging.
Yes.
Well, then,
all
the
creative
and I have
things.
done that before, and then I just reattach it.
All right, we're going to come back up, and you guys, I don't know that I'll ever get my technology things. I think so. I think I'm getting them under control. Yesterday, Jill and I did
play with this for a while,
great video using this camera that today just doesn't want to work. So it's like, well, we know how, but there seems to be glitches.
I'm going to have to play with this.
So we're going to bring this down.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Are we going to glue this on now?
No, we don't need to. I think painting is better before attaching.
Yes.
So you just kind of want to make a plan here now. Do you want to come over and have input? You want to be in our little video here, Jennifer, and help with?
It's just going to be a sign or a plaque that I hang on the wall. I might put some words.
Here's what we have. Whoops. They're sliding around. We don't want to squish them. You could do little.
This is just something that, like, I would have it hang this way.
We have another
input, and then you could dangle them down.
Jennifer,
Jill,
Liz. One of these things is not like the others.
Across here, and then you could have this hanging from off like a hook or something. That's just an idea.
I could do that
like
too.
Hang them down off here.
Yeah, like hang
that
down
would be.
This way.
So let's take the resin one and.
Yeah, but you hang on the wall, and you would only need it to have one side facing.
Oh yeah, that would be cute.
That's
so
true.
Jennifer,
you would want to poke holes in it.
Yes.
So you could.
Or just glue it to the back. I mean, poking holes would be a good thing.
I would probably glue to the back then.
Yeah.
Just because this one looks a little bit
delicate.
You're right.
It's a little bit. It's,
Yes,
so, it's
and
an
that
injured
one,
sole. It's stuck
it
to my
is.
finger.
I know, and I have broken the resin before, and I just glue it back on.
Yeah.
You guys, these guys
I
are
like-
breaking the ornaments, but you know what?
We are.
I
I've done this
Another
before on a
fabulous
recent one,
thing
and
with
you can
these is you just glue it back
you just
together
glue it back
again, add a
together.
little extra clay. There's nothing Jennifer can break in this project that Jill and I can't fix.
Right.
Don't take that as a challenge though, Jennifer, please. So we've done this. The cute little 3-dimensional, can hang on a tree, could hang off
A sign.
like so, a sign. Jill's going to be painting up her clay ornaments when the
When they dry.
sealer dries. I am going to go ahead and end this tutorial. I want to say, if I hadn't in the first, I'm Liz with Liza Jane Designs in Afton, Minnesota. Here today with my friends Jill and Jennifer. I am in the Twin Cities area, the St. Croix River Valley here in Minnesota. So Western Wisconsin, Eastern Minnesota, I might be your stockist. If I'm your stockist, you come look me up in person or online. If I am not your nearest, please go to the IOD webpage, iod.com. I think might be ironorchiddesigns.com. Find the retailer locator, and you can find a stockist near you who should have all of the new release products in stock. These things go fast, so if you want them, don't.
I already want this one.
Oh, Jennifer's bought one of these, so they're going super fast. They're going fast. Find your stockist. I'm going to get out of the way and let other folks demo some of the things they'll be making. I want you to have so much fun with these new products. And thank you for joining. Love you guys. Ask away your questions. Just check out this beautiful new release. Amazing products. Talk to you next time. Bye.
Jesus, Liz, it looks like a tornado hit